Monica Minolta. 6 Trying to be funny, folks. Terrible. Terrible humour, guys and girls, watching my channel. Anyway, what are we going to do with this original that we got here? Done a few of these, or at least a couple of these in the past. 350 one way and 350 the other. Okay, I wonder what we're going to do with this. Background colour would be nice with this one. I'm thinking to offset the blue, we're going to make it yellow, or maybe we're going to make it magenta. I think magenta might look better. So we're going to make this one look really interesting. Actually, we're not doing a negative of this, but we're going to just use some of the settings that we normally use with negative images, just for something different. So wondering whether we're just going to go a bit lighter. We're going all the way light as we usually do. This will be an interesting one. Just going to go here. Okay. Right, let's see how we can make this one turn up. This is an interesting one. I found this in the city. Once again, I found it. It is, oops, upside down, Eclipse Mints. Nothing in there, just an empty box. So we're just going to put it on the glass, and we're going to give it a slip and a slide and make it look more interesting. So let's see how we go with this Eclipse box. See how we made that look. Yeah, those Eclipse Mints, by the way, it happened when I had the watermelon flavour. They actually gave me, they had a real laxative effect, because it warns on the packet that excess consumption may have a laxative effect. And mark my words, you don't really want to consume any more than half a packet of these. There's no yellow or there's no magenta showing up on this thing, but there's some really nice colour breaks in there. So we're going to use this as our master copy. But it's really nice, and they do taste, they're very moreish, these Eclipses. They taste really good, but as I said, if you eat too many of them, like more than half a box, you're going to end up probably, well, I didn't actually get the runs, but I felt very gassy. I kept farting and it felt like I was going to do a shit from time to time, so I really don't recommend people consume any more than, say, half a pack, but it's probably varies with most people. I used to be able to consume a full pack of these without the mentioned laxative effect, but basically I had some, and when I was doing some uploading and downloading and shit like that early one morning, and yes, it made me feel very gassy and very shitty. It felt like I had to do a shit. So don't try to work out what your limit is with these and other artificially sweetened products. But basically, yeah, it was not a pleasant feeling. So fortunately, I didn't consume any more than what I did. Otherwise, it would have been potentially disastrous. Actually, now we're going to take some of the background out, perhaps, going all the way, because we made too much background. I don't know if it's going to work out, but anyway, let's see how we go. But yeah, you just have to know your limits. Basically, for some reason it just happened. I don't know whether it was because of the flavour, or you wouldn't think the flavour had anything to do with it, but rather the amount of sodium saccharin I think they put in this, or aspartame or something, whatever chemical they use in artificial sweeteners. But anyway, that looks interesting. That looks very blue with a little bit of green. I was thinking of maybe making it more green, but I don't want to overdo the green. I don't want to actually maybe it lost some of the background, but I think we're going to keep it like that. But that's an interesting... I don't know if I really like it, but anyway, we're just going to print it off and see. But basically, yeah, it can potentially cause a laxative effect. I don't know how severe it normally makes it, whether it makes you go to the shitters for hours with diarrhea, or whether it's just maybe makes you fart, like what I had, and makes you feel like you're going to go to the toilet. So basically, yeah, you've got to be careful with these products. I learned from that experience. Same with chewing gum. Chewing gum also, artificially sweetened chewing gum, also same thing. But I don't actually consume large amounts of that shit at a time when I have it. Or maybe I do consume, I normally used to consume it just after I've had some sugary food or something like that, or felt like I needed to freshen up. I haven't had chewing gum for a while, but it's good. It's meant to be good for your dental health, to keep your teeth clean between brushings, keep you from getting tooth decay, which is really a positive side. And it's good that it's artificially sweetened, because if it had sugar, it would have a bad effect. But then they say that with artificial sweeteners, that they can be carcinogenic. So I've heard that sweeteners like Equal, which normally go into your coffee or your tea, they say that can cause cancer if you have too much or whatever. I prefer the taste of Equal to sugar, and it's easier to stir, and I do drink it regularly with my tea and coffee. But anyway, I think that's enough for that now. I think we can call that quits, but that looks quite interesting. Gotta go.